So for today's video, I'll be talking about an interesting yet important example of a cultural blunder in global business. So this example will help us understand what a cultural blunder really is and why is it important to be culturally sensitive and open-minded while dealing with people from different backgrounds. It shows how something that may seem normal in one culture can lead to confusion in another. So now, let's start. So, I would like to share some descriptions about this and let you know the cultures that was involved. So, my topic is about Gerber, a baby food brand owned by Nestle in the United States. When Gerber sold its products in Africa, they used the same packaging as in the US, which had a smiling baby's face on the label. However, this caused confusion. Many Africans doesn't know how to read, so they relied on pictures to know what was inside the product. They thought that a baby picture meant that the jar contained baby's meat. Cultures involved are American and African culture. So, the question is, why is it a blunder? Which guidelines or intercultural communication skills is violated? So why is this considered a blunder? So it's a blunder because Gerber failed to study the cultural practices in Africa before launching their product. A cultural blunder happens when someone unintentionally disrespects or misunderstands another culture. And that's exactly what happened here. So, Gerber failed in intercultural communication skills by not giving understandable and culturally sensitive visuals or expectations. So, they did not engage or immerse local culture of Africans and forgot to emphasize African locals. So, they violated guidelines such as they generalized that Africans would interpret packaging the same way Americans do. And second, failing to be sensitive to the value of diversity. Third, they're not being flexible or open-minded. And next, they neglect to develop intercultural communication skills and learn cultural practices. And now for number 3. What is the connection to the DMIS or development model? So if we connect this to the developmental model of intercultural sensitivity, it falls under the stage 1, the denial stage. This is because Gerber failed to recognize the cultural differences in Africa, especially the fact that pictures and packaging were used to show the actual contents, since many people couldn't read. They only realized this mistake later on, so this is why it became in denial stage, which shows they lacked awareness of African culture. So next, what is the solution? So now, how could this have been avoided? So Gerber should have researched the culture in Africa before selling their product instead of using a baby's face. They should have used actual pictures of the food, or that it would be clear and understandable. Consulting local people in designing packaging that everyone can interpret correctly would have prevented confusion. Most importantly, they should have applied intercultural communication skills to make sure their product connected well with the local audience. So, my personal reflections to avoid this kind of problems. Finally, so to avoid similar mistakes in the future, I should always research the culture of my audience first. I should also seek advice from local people and be open to changes if necessary. Practicing intercultural communication skills is very important so that I can express my ideas clearly and respectfully to different cultures. And above all, I should always aim to be sensitive and clear so that communication is effective and respectful across cultures. So, That's all for my video. Thank you for listening, and I hope this example helps you realize the importance of cultural awareness in our everyday and interactions. Goodbye and thank you.